Welcome to the best podcast in baseball vidcast, I guess we'll call it, with Derrick Goold. Derrick, some arbitration news. Ryan Helsley gets his deal. JoJo gets his deal. Some other guys still working with the team to try to get to a landing spot. Some guys that could be important players for this franchise for some time.
Yeah, a guy who they're looking to as being a big part of the core of the clubhouse, as they call it, or like kind of the next leadership group there in Brendan Donovan. He is going to go to a hearing, all things are indicating, along with Lars Nootbaar and then Andre Pallante. Two guys who really not so much a surprise that they're going to a hearing because of the run-up to their arbitration eligibility. Both are first-time eligible. Lars Nootbaar, first-time eligible. Andre Pallante qualified as a Super 2, which is noteworthy because the Cardinals could have kept him down there for a few extra weeks and avoided all this. But he radically changed sort of his place with the team, Jeff, because he came back as a starter and was a very valuable part of that rotation, and now is going into his first year where he's set up as a starter. Of course, he'd like to be paid as a starter. And then he would also like to, but the Cardinals would like to counter by saying, look, you've been a reliever. So you can see how there'd be a clash there. Injuries also play into it. So when you have a guy like Lars Nootbaar who's missed some time, it makes it more difficult too, because the team will say, here's the production that you had. And the players' side will go, yeah, but here's what that plays out to a full season, and they'll want to get paid for that. So those aren't unexpected. What happens next is either a hearing. The Cardinals are now a file and trial team, or they work on a multi-year deal like they did last year with Tommy Edmonds. So I'll turn it back to you, Jeff. What are these guys, as the season progresses, or maybe by the end of this season, are you looking to as, all right, that you're not just part of this, but you're not just part of the turnaround, but the Cardinals ought to keep for an extended period and look into a long-term deal? Hey, dog.
Right. I think you know what you have with Brendan Donovan. I think he is who he is. But there's upside, I think, with Lars Nootbaar. To me, that's the unanswered question. And we'll see how much more is there for Lars. I think it is time, Derrick, for this team has got to start locking in guys for the future. I don't know if you want to give a million-year contract to these guys, but nonetheless, I think it's time for this team to commit to guys that they're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, Mason Wynn would be an example, right? Pre-arb, make the Atlanta Braves kind of move to get a guy in. All right, Jeff, who was the dog that was walking around in the background? Let's let viewers know.
My dog, my Make-A-Wish dog, Elliot, who's now being told he needs to go outside because he's at the very end and he doesn't need to take many bathroom breaks.
All right, very good. I hope that goes well for him. So thanks for doing this, Jeff.
All right, Derrick.